Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's General Space with Maine. I've got Scott, I've got my guy, Dr. Crypto, in the building. Um, Basically, what we're going to do here is just come in and have some general crypto chat, as well as have projects, if they are available, to come up and just give maybe a 60-second or so shill, and then we will go from there. Doc, how you doing today, brother?
What's going on, bro? I'm excited for the space. I'm excited about the whole crypto space, making little profits here and there. I see the main chart is rebounding nicely, and everything's looking great, man. It's great to be here. How you doing?
Not too bad, bro. Not too bad. We've been having a little bad weather here and there. It's crazy though, because it gets. This morning we woke up and there was literally ice on the windshield, but now it's roughly about 75, almost 80 degrees. That's how the weather is over here, though, where I'm at. It just goes back and forth. It's really, really bipolar. But yeah, definitely, definitely excited to see the main chart doing well. I've got a giveaway that me and Doc created a couple of days ago. If anybody in the room wants to be a part of that, you are welcome to that. That will be chosen after we do the space. So if you do drop your, we just decided to do something different. So don't think it's going to be like all the time to where we do the Cash App Venmo thing. That's something that a lot of us use here in the United States. So we decided to give that a try as far as the giveaway is concerned. But yeah, of course, we'll be resorting back to where we're at. Obviously, we always take it back home with crypto. So probably, I think, well, me and Doc Space, we're going to be having those on today, obviously, which is Tuesday, and Thursdays, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we have Scott and myself. We have those on, let's see, what is that, Wednesdays and Fridays. We have those. And I want to say that is 2 p.m. UTC time, which I believe is around 8 or 9 Eastern Standard Time for myself. So, basically, before we get the show started, I just wanted to go over a couple of things. Like I said, we will be inviting projects up to talk, give a quick 60-second chill, which is totally fine. And then also, too, just a little housekeeping, like I was saying, what we want to have here is just when you do come up to the mic, or you do want to come in and add to the conversation, everybody is welcome to come up to the mic and talk if they would like to. Basically, what I want to do, though, is that we want to keep it respectful. Also, too, there's a couple of things. We want to keep the language, down. Like, using foul language is what I'm trying to say here, because we never know. We could have aunts, uncles, moms, dads, grandmas listening into the space, have little ones in the car traveling somewhere, and they need some, want to kill some time, so they want to listen into us, which we obviously welcome that. So we want to respect them, just in case there's young ones in the car with them, or young ones in the house and they have it, on a Bluetooth speaker listening in or something like that. So we definitely appreciate that. And also, too, I want to put out a shameless plug here as well, for any projects or anything like that that may be in the room. Maine also does offer a dedicated space. Usually that's about roughly an hour or so. And if anybody's interested in that, of course, you feel free to contact myself here on the main, or you can contact Dr. Crypto right here as my co-host, and we'll get you worked out and schedule times and things like that. Besides that, I think that's about it as far as the housekeeping concerned. Basically, guys, we're all adults here, and I just, we're creating this to have a good time, to create, general crypto talk. All of us band together for an hour or so out of our day, and just chop it up, talk about things, markets, stuff like that. My guy, Dr. Crypto, always. He's always. I followed this guy since I started in crypto, which was not that long ago, only back in 2021. And he is a bundle of knowledge, and a great guy, and as well. And I'm happy to have him my co-host. And obviously, I don't know if you've been hiding under a rock or not, but majority of my other co-host here, Scott, who is the CEO owner of the main project. What you got, Doc?
Yeah, man. I just wanted to add two more. Yeah, hey, man. Once you discover you can make money in this thing, you gotta be hot in it, and that's what I discovered, and I love it. But I want to add two things to those housekeeping things you said. One, this is we're doing this on a platform for a project. So we want to make sure we don't negatively affect the project. So that's why we ask you to be respectful when you come up. The other thing is when you do come up to talk about the topic or any topic or to shill, if you want to reference a project in a negative manner, try not to mention the project. We know we don't want to hurt anybody else's chart. So we know a lot of folks like to reference the worst project that we could have lost money from. Just say that project to remain nameless or something like that. So we don't need to bash other projects because as we're trying with Maine to increase in our value, we're not trying to take anybody else down because one thing you'll hear us preach anywhere and everywhere you go is how to diversify your portfolio. So we don't want to hurt nobody by speaking ill will of it. We do that behind the scenes, but not on this space. What you think of that, DBS? Did you want to add anything else to that, or
No,
that's good?
oh no, no, Doc, you're totally right with that. And yes, I did skip that point, but it is a very, very valuable point. The reason why I like main token is even like with our, with our Telegram, which is kind of out of the norm in the crypto space, I guess you could say. Everybody is welcome to come into the main Telegram and talk. If you're excited about another project, by any means, jump into our Telegram and share it with our, with our guys and gals out there. And like I said, it's totally welcome. And that's the great thing about Maine too, as well. There's two things that I really love about Maine. One is that it's extremely easy to understand, no matter where you're out in the world, what language you speak. Everybody understands the concept of marketing, right? And that for me is simple. Now, I'm not saying that there's tons of projects out here that are bringing lots and lots of value as far as the crypto space is concerned, and I like that. There are several ones that I'm very much into for doing these types of things, but I am a very simple man, I guess you could say. So therefore, that's one of my things about Maine. And also, too, just to give a little something about Scott here. He's in and out of meetings and things like that. He'll jump on here and there when he can. But I just wanted to give him his flowers really quick. And I have made some really 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 good connections and things like that through Scott, who has introduced me to several different projects. And I always told myself, hey, if this guy one day decides to start his own project, then you know what? I am totally 150% committed and on board with this guy. He is a very, very well educated, very, very well known individual in the crypto space. Only other thing, Doc, I think, that DM that I sent you with the main link tree, you think you can dig that up maybe and we can just post it up top right here next to the giveaway?
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty good idea. Let me go ahead and grab that. And as you're saying that, let's go over the main chart real quick before anybody come up with any other projects. I like that main concept and what it is that Scott is doing with the project, where you actually do what you're doing already anyways, right? As a community to give projects a place to come and maybe do an AMA and introduce your project to the crypto community, but to use that money to buy down the chart, and he just kept it simple. That's just keep it simple. It's like, let's just take the money that comes from this marketing and buy down the chart. And if you look at the chart right now, all time high, I believe, was like at what's our current price? 017 something, right? Right now we're at 01098. We were earlier, not too long ago, at 01218. Folks are enjoying the idea that they can actually cash out of a project, right? They can buy, sell, look for a dip, buy again, sell. And I'm enjoying that about the chart, especially when you're in a bear market, you find a project where you're able to do that. And it's not complicated. We're not waiting for some major utility where it's gonna promises broken here and there. It's just keep it simple. You buy into this thing, you see the movement of the chart. Scott does a buyback and burns, and the chart gets a nice little upstream from it, and folks come in there, they buy more into it, or they eat some of that. I like that, man. That's healthy chart. So I like the whole concept.
Exactly, 100%, bro. And it's like I said, a little background on main token as well is that Scott, he had himself an accident to where that he broke his leg, and he was stuck in the house, poor guy, and ended up, just creating this, pulled out the old trusty pad and pen, right, and created it from scratch. And like I said, unless you've been hiding under a rock, I mean, Scott is all over the place as far as is concerned in the crypto space. So, and definitely, like you were saying, Doc, that's the one thing I definitely enjoy about Maine. It is to keep it simple, and in this type of market, which has been brutal, 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 brutal for some projects, Maine somehow, some way has held its ground and held strong. And I definitely, for one, am proud to be involved with Maine and a holder of the Maine token. So as of today, we do have a little topic, and we'll do this from now and again. Just a little topic of crypto in general. And like I said, we'll bring people up that add to it, things like that. But the one that we picked for today is how to prep for the bull. Some people might say that we are in a bull now. I think they obviously we're in a mini pump, stuff like that. So, but the way that I see it, as far as is concerned, how to prep for a bull, is that my biggest thing is because there's so much action and so many things going on at the time. Security is more important to me than anything, because you're going to have to double check, triple check, quadruple check. Links, things like that. You want to be real close eyed on different things, and always go with your gut instinct, because think about it. If it usually sounds too good to be true, it usually is. Now, when I first started crypto, I got caught up in one of the all right, you guys go ahead and laugh at me. I'll be honest with you, I got caught up in one of these airdrop schemes, right? That where we've all seen them, to where that, like, you send some tokens and they send you like triple back. Yep, I know, greed got the best of me, and I fell for that. But you know what? I look at it as a learning experience, and and then we move forward from there. You know what I mean? So, what you got on that? I see. Hey, I see we got
Yeah,
Waddy up here too. What's going on, bud?
yeah, I see why they're here. Yeah, I was laughing at you for real because you know what, bro? That actually happens more than you know. And I'm glad you mentioned that security as the first aspect of discussing this because I've spoken to, and my man Daniel, who has his YouTube on here, he's actually referenced that where folks are DMing us and saying, "Hey, what do you think of this?" They're getting emails from Coinbase, from Robinhood, and they're from Trust Wallet. They're fake emails of saying verify your account, and a lot of people they just don't think, and they'll click that link and they just give access to their whole email or phone or whatever. And then before you know it, their wallets are hacked or their identity stolen. Guys, these projects don't know your info. Wallets don't have your email address. Coinbase is not going to send you an address, an email to verify. And if they did, don't go through that email. Log into your Coinbase separately, and as soon as you go in, there'll be a trigger to verify. As soon as you want to put money in or take money out, they'll say, well, we need your updated. Like my license was renewed not too long ago. Whenever I go into even some of the wallets or exchange, if I had to, if I was KYC'd, they asked me to update my ID. And now I have to do it. That's in the app. There's no text message, there's no email. Every single one of those are absolute scams. But people are mentally sidetracked, not even thinking until they get hacked. That's when they're like, oh crap, what did I do? So I'm glad you brought that up. That's a great point, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. And then like security is definitely huge. And then we could touch on too, that I'm going to show love to. When the market does go full send, is definitely projects that have stuck through the bear. Right. I mean, we've got to give those guys some props that they stuck through some of the most horrible times. I mean, if you've been around on spaces and things like that, like some of these guys, they really, really are trying their best, and they have a great community, and they're doing what everything right. It's just at the time, the market's just total crap. So I would definitely, I'm an old school guy myself, so I've literally have a notebook and a pen to where that I've got things written down that I would keep, the things I want to keep close eye on as far as, when the market concerns. Wadi, did you have anything you want to add, bro?
Yeah, what's going on, DBS? What's going on, Scott? The
What's up, brother?
crypto?
What's up? What's up?
Nothing much, nothing much. I appreciate the invite. No, the thing is that I think if you've been in crypto and you haven't gotten scammed one way or the other, then I'm sorry to say, but you're not fully in crypto yet. Because I remember one time I was waiting for a project to launch the other project. Since you guys said not to mention name, I'll be respectful. And then I get this um Telegram message from supposedly the project account, and they're telling me like, "Hey, here's the pre-sale. Go join us." Blah 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 blah. I'm like, "Oh shoot!" The emotion got the best of me, and when I went, I even took out my Eve, ready to buy the project, go on Uniswap and everything. You know what? I noticed something when I went back to check the link. Thank God I didn't touch it, but I noticed something that it said this person is not added to your contact. I'm like, hold up. What is wrong with that picture? But my thing is this, you will get um phishing email, you will be getting sites, you will get messages through Telegram, messages through Twitter, and be careful with the good looking beauties that you see trying to ask you what do you wear? Um are you investing for crypto? How long? All those questions is the sign for you to run. Actually, right now in my inbox, there's one of them. So that's how I know. So stay safe, everyone.
Excellent point, Wadi. And you're talking about, just so we're clear. I've gotten so many of those that people that try to impersonate other like influencers in the space, and they said to you that it's always the same message, right? How's your crypto investment going this week? Like, what are you talking about, man? Like, yeah, like we know that you're not the real Ryan Patrick or the real Rodney. So just stop, right? So yeah, that's definitely a good point, man. Definitely a good point. And like I said, at the end of the day, security is one of the main things, because like I said, at the end of the day, we there's so many people that are trying to do good and trying to better themselves by investing in great projects out here in the space. But you also have to be very mindful of the ones that are here just simply just to cause havoc and do harm to others. Unfortunately, that is what goes on in the space. And as of right now, I think, as obviously as regulation comes more and more, that I'm hoping at least that we would see less and less of that. But that's still to be determined. You know what I mean?
Yeah, correct, correct. Dr. Rob, you was gonna say something?
No, no, no. Go ahead and finish.
Yeah, no. So basically, it's correct. I mean, overall, sometimes myself, I look at this space and I say, at times, what is wrong with people? Because we see legit people trying to do good in this space, and majority of the crowd, believe it or not, they actually are attracted to the opposite. And that's one thing that I will never understand. But hey, if you came into crypto and you want to listen to the real people in the space, then you should, because at the end of the day, when you listen to other people in the spaces, you will get wrecked. Unfortunately, I myself am a person that I've been scammed through many different ways, which I could say it relates to the whole topic. So like I said, Telegram scam. I got a scam from Twitter with the investments. I got into rock projects. I got into a company in 2018 that turned out to be a Ponzi scheme. So things like that is what we already been through that we try to teach you to stay away from. Such as myself, the crypto, Scott, DBS, and Daniel down there. So let's just say, people, that sometimes it's better when somebody tells you that they already been there before you actually try yourself and find out.
Exactly, Waddy. I agree with that 150%, bro. And like I said, everything, we're all here and we're all going to continue to learn in the space. But like I said, like you said, Waddy, and I've said also too, the golden rule is that I like to stick by is if it seems too good to be true, it usually is. Okay, I'm gonna let Doc go for one quick second. I'll let Doc go. We also brought up Goodman, so we'll get to him. I wanted to say real quick. As of right now, we're gonna do just a quick quiz. It's very simple, very easy. You have to be in the Telegram in order to receive main tip. That's another feature of our Telegram. Is that our bot guide, which his name is Douglas. He's here in the space. He's got this. We have a tip bot. So basically, to reward members in the main Telegram for rating post here on X, different little things. There was a guy's birthday the other day, and we were all rallying in there for his birthday, and we tipped him some main and things like that. But now the question is right now, please drop it in the Telegram. What is the current price of ETH? And my guys there will take care of you. The first one that gets that correct, what is the current price of Ethereum as of right now? You drop that in the Telegram, and one of my guys out there is going to take care of you as far as the tip's concerned. Doc, what you got, bro?
Yeah, man. From what Waddy's saying, I know not to follow Waddy. He gets scammed way too much.
Poor
Yes,
guy, bro. Poor guy. But
but
no,
you
I
know
love
what?
listening to Waddy, man. Waddy also, guys. I wanted to give him his flowers too as well. Waddy also runs a YouTube channel as well as our guy Daniel here. He might be busy at work. I invited him up to speak, but he's probably got some. That guy always doing something, man. Daniel is 150 miles a minute, bro. He in different cities at that. Like he's in Florida one day, and then he's over here in the West Coast one day,
Yep,
back and forth, back and forth. But a solid guy. So definitely give those guys a follow. Um, Doc, do you have
that's a
anything
good
else,
point.
or will it Goodman see what Goodman's got?
Yeah, yeah. We got Goodman, and if any projects want to do a quick chill, come on up. Request the mic. We'll give you a quick a minute to talk about your project. We're only here for about another 36 minutes, so we won't let it go too long because we want to make sure folks come back. I see a lot of family in here. I recognize a lot of the faces in here. Thanks for the support. We're gonna keep doing this, but yeah, go ahead, Goodman, and anybody else who wants to chill a project, come on up. How you doing, Goodman?
Goodman, you got anything for us? You're on mute, bro.
Hit that mic on the bottom left, Goodman. Bottom left. I always say that.
Yeah, it's one of those. Yeah, maybe he doesn't want to speak right now. But anyway, okay, back to what we were talking about. Yeah, if anybody else has anything that they want to bring up, project wise or anything like that, then feel free to obviously do so. But in the meantime, let's we could stick to the topic. Or you're
um,
right though, Doc. I was thinking.
yo, DBS. Let me give you a little spill right here on the space so everybody could hear that.
Let's do it.
I I've done my man Timsky coming up. I've done giveaways for a minute, and then I was hip to something. A lot of times you'll see some folks come to the mic or even if they don't say nothing, the Twitter picker, if that's what you use, will most likely pick somebody that was at the mic. So a lot of them will come to the mic. So if you got any bots clicking on the mic and not saying nothing, that's your cue that's what. So when you do the picker, if it goes to somebody who came up here and said nothing, next picker. What's up, Timsky? How you doing, brother?
Right, Tim Ski. Are you one of those that Dr. Crypto just described? Do we have something to talk about? What's
Yeah,
up,
you
brother?
think your body ain't
No,
gonna
sorry
take that
guys.
and drop?
Sorry guys, I had to turn the pressure washer off. It was super loud. I'm in the shop right now. But
What's up, brother?
hey guys, my quick shill, yeah, because we're talking about getting into crypto and security, is none of us newbies know how to read a contract, and it's all gibberish to us. And in those contracts are all the scams that you could ever lose your money on, right? So my shill is also to do with crypto newbies, and that's Advantis AI. It's a crypto project, but it's also a contract reader. It uses AI to read the contracts. They have a wallet on their AI Outlook, and what it does is it protects us newbies from, if you put it in the contract and there's any sort of honeypot or rug pull, or the wallet scenario is out of control, their wallet will actually fail safe you and not allow you to swap for tokens in their on their swap on their site. And that's Advantis AI, and it's their Advantis Outlook that you'd want to use. That's my shill, and stay safe.
Nice. We always appreciate you, Timsky,
Thanks,
for
guys.
sure. Always a hardworking guy. Always.
I appreciate
Hey,
it.
Doc. Hey, Doc. We're gonna have to. We might have to pull a GoFundMe or something together. Maybe we'll get Timsky some noise canceling headphones for Christmas. What you guys think?
For real, yo, he's going on 1,000 decibels right there, bro. That's like a jackhammer background, right?
Yeah, he's definitely, like he said, he's in the shop. He's definitely in the shop, all right. Like kind of like my shop, but it's not as near as noisy as Timsky's shop. So that's pretty great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
you know, is
Timsky's another person who opens up, I think, Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. EST. He started his new YouTube, and he's doing good, man. Review projects. I was able to jump on that the other day to support him, and I like that, man. You gotta support people in the space, man. When we rise together. There's nothing better. Everything we're doing here, the value of all this is we look forward in the next bull market for a lot of us to be able to make money together and celebrate that. So I love to see people pushing hard and trying. And as I'm saying that, man, I know he's traveled this week, so the first 3 days the hours may be different. But one thing you said earlier, I wanted to add to, besides the projects that's making it through this grind in this bear market, how about the people, man? How about the people that's still here that didn't run away from the space? You got Rodney. Is anybody, I know a lot of people didn't care for Rodney because he was flooding projects left and right, but most of the time, what? He was right? Now, is anybody seeing anyone work harder than this dude right now with YouTube and opening spaces? He opens on Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. EST. I got to get that man his flowers for as hard as he's working, and I love to see that, and you want to encourage that because when you make it to the bull, it's people like that. It's people like you and me coming here and giving projects an opportunity to come and somebody may have found the next great project for the next bull, right? I mean, as much as we're talking about blue chips, don't sleep on these memes, yo. Memes is where the millionaires are made, right? Shiba, Doge, what they do, right? So I just love seeing that, and I wanted to add that in there, bro.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%, Doc. The way that I see it, YouTubers and things like that, and guys like Scott, that are so involved with the crypto space. These are the guys that you want to follow because I'll be 100% honest with you. Even when my garbage disposal was starting to act funny, and I didn't want to call out a repair guy, right, to come out and charge me $100 just to look at the daggone thing, right? So what I did when I first got into when I got into crypto, what did I first do? Pull up YouTube, right? Just like everybody. I mean, normal people, when this type of thing happens, or you're interested in something, or you want more information of something, the old school way of doing that, right, was just to get, to read different things. Even before the internet, I mean, you had your local library that you would go to and read up on different things and topics. But now, with how the internet has progressed so nicely, and video is like, Google loves video, by the way, so therefore immediately now when I've got a question or something, or I want to make, I see this little, let's just say, use an example as something like as a food, right? And this, I want to see this recipe. So what I do, I was like, man, that looks good. I wonder if I could actually make that myself. What do? We jump on YouTube. Let's watch 1,000 other people make it, and make an afternoon out of it, right? Now, before you know it, I'm like 18 videos deep in how to make a deviled egg. So you know what I'm saying? So yeah, back, with the crypto thing, it's always so nice, with these guys. And and I've talked to a lot of these YouTubers like Daniel, Wadi. Daniel, like, I mean, the guy works nonstop. I mean, there is a lot of time and effort, that these guys put in to these videos with the editing and all types of stuff like that that's involved in that. I mean, that it is pure, my personal opinion is pure dedication on their part. And then you got to factor in too, like, and that's why me and Doc, we support, and Scott does as well. We support the small guys. We are 100% pro small guy in the space. We love them. We cherish them. We want to make sure, that's why every time that we get a chance, we are going to shout them out, because they need to be recognized, right? Because, the thing is, at the end of the day, right, these guys put so much effort into these videos, and then they go check it and it has like a couple of views, but they just spent, like an hour, 2 hours, God knows how much time that they've done these views, these videos, I should say. So like I said, me and Doc and Scott, we always appreciate, the smaller guys that are contributing to the space. And it's just a wonderful thing at the end of the day, because I think truly, with especially the guys that are doing the videos, it just helps so many people out. Like I said, when I first got in, to different projects, I would jump on Twitter, back then, now X, obviously. I would get into a space, a crypto space, and they're talking several different projects. So immediately after I, would listen in for a second, half the time I would hear the projects mentioned, and immediately I would jump over to YouTube and do, further research. And that's another thing too, that I just want to put another disclaimer out there, that, Maine is a platform to where that we will bring projects on and spotlight them, have dedicated spaces, things like that, right? But at the end of the day, it's up to you as an individual to go into their Telegram, go into their in things and stuff like that, and get more information, about the projects that you're looking into. Wadi, what you got, bro?
Yeah, no, just to say, I appreciate you guys for actually pointing that out, because reality is this, and me and Daniel talk on the phone a lot too. And there's times like we do so much research, and then you have to find like what it you got to decide, like, okay, what is people going to really like? And then the video editing and all that does take time. And yes, it is a little bit disappointing when sometimes you think you have like the best news out there, and you go check your channel like 3 hours, 4 hours later, and you only got like 2 likes and 30 views and stuff. So it is a little bit discouraging, but it is a grind that if you enjoy what you're doing, and if you guys go through my profile, what I wrote about myself, I enjoy this. Like, I enjoy sharing knowledge with people. And when you enjoy what you're doing, that's why no matter how hard the grind is, no matter at times how expensive it is, because let me tell you guys, we're gonna pay, or at least I'm paying. I'm paying for StreamYard to be able to do my live stream on YouTube. I'm paying for like Canva to do the flyers. I gotta pay for video editing. So it is time consuming. and it does take investment. So anybody else in the right mind probably will be like, man, why am I even doing this? There's more money coming out than coming in. But the truth is, we do it because we enjoy it. And hopefully one day everyone's channel blows up and we're all making money and laughing somewhere.
You know what, Waddy? That's totally that I totally agree with that. And like I said, I've looked into the whole YouTube thing and stuff like that. And kudos to you guys, man, because from my research shows me that, like you've already mentioned, that a lot of time goes into that, and we definitely appreciate your effort. And Waddy, he's just one of those guys, like like Scott as well, Doc. They're just all around great guys. Like you really don't see anybody out here talking anything bad about Waddy. You know what I'm saying? He's just a friendly guy that comes into spaces and drops knowledge and goes on about his day. So we definitely appreciate that. Again, guys, I was going to mention as well, if you did not, I mean, if there's no projects in the room, but you are an individual of a product like Timsky came up and shared, you're welcome to do that as well. And as of right now, just another little easy, quick quiz question for my Telegram over there in Maine. Let's see. What? Drop a question, Doc. Drop a question for him. Yeah, just a crypto question, maybe something easy.
You know what? I like when we talk about preparing for the next bull, it's good to make sure folks can actually go and do some research, right? How many zeros did Shiba Inu drop in the last bull market? Go do some research. All right. And if you don't know, when you find out, now you know. And that's knowing, and that's half the battle. So DBS, if you need the answer, hit me up. I'll tell you. But you
I know
know,
you know because you were right. You were smack dab in the middle of that, sitting there days and
I was
nights.
riding that bull, man. The bull no horns almost got knocked off. But you know what, man? I like the topic of how to prepare for the bull, right? And what we've been saying here in regards to these YouTubers and staying connected, that's one big thing. I don't know if you've noticed. Hey, check out Pulse Chain, see if that's legit, so they could share real quick. That's one major thing you want to do. Stay connected. A lot of people left the space when the market got to the bare bottom. And you got to do the opposite. Stay connected, because what we always say is this is an accumulation period, right? That's how you get ready for the next bull, is to accumulate. And I'm going to talk about two projects real quick for my example. Look at Crow. Crow was sitting dead at 5 cents. And then all this time that Bitcoin just went from the 20s all the way to 36, 37,000, Crow went all the way to 12 cents. People got excited, start jumping in. Anybody who bought it at 12 cents now is like, oh crap, because now it's sitting at 8 cents, 9 cents, right? 8.99 cents. And Jasmine's another one. We talking about Jasmine at 0.0035 sitting dead. It went all the way past what, 6.5. Well, I can't say sinks. It went from 0.006 something, almost 0.007. And people will chase that. Yes, it may still be the bottom, but where were you when they were sitting flat? And one thing you do to prepare for the next bull is get into these projects now. We had a $3 trillion market cap in the last bull. This next one, because of these ETFs that we're talking about. Look at the other day, they talk about XRP ETF. People jump into that, find out it was a lie. XRP shot all the way up to 74 cents just off that fake news. So don't wait till then. Accumulate things now. Look at Maine right now. People are enjoying in and out. What if Maine does some huge movement towards the next bull? Are you going to chase it when you could have had it at 0.001 and you didn't find it interesting and now you're chasing it at 0.05? That's the mistake a lot of people doing, that they need to start accumulating when things are down and chilling versus when there's a pump. People are always chasing green candles. Buy the dip, buy the low, sit down and wait for the highs, right?
Absolutely, 100%, Doc. The best advice that you can give is exactly that. And, and like you briefly mentioned too, stay locked in. That's what you have to do, because in this space, with the times changing, new things coming in, new things coming out, projects popping up and things like that. Like, I mean, if you're a hardcore crypto investor, like, I mean, you're just locked in, and it's almost like it's like a 24-hour job, to be honest with you, because that's literally how like things can change. And then, like I said, what you want to do is like you surround yourself with guys like Scott, guys like Dr. Crypto, guys like Wadi, Timsky, things like that. And you want to surround yourself with guys that have been in the space, that are knowledgeable when it comes to certain things. A lot of people are kind of scared, because they're like, well, I hear crypto is this and I hear crypto is that. So I don't know if I want to put, my hard earned money into these types of things. Well, a good way around that is by surrounding yourselves with people that have, been in the market, looking at these YouTube videos. As far as projects are concerned, you want to go into their Telegram, see who the CEO or the developer is of this project. Ask questions. One of the major red flags is, I like in Maine, you can come into the Maine Telegram and you can ask any question about anything. Scott will get back to you himself. Another huge benefit of being involved with Maine, you have direct access. I mean, any time of the day, basically, to get a hold and ask questions. Nobody's, shunned or frowned on by these types of questions. Like I was going to say, a certain red flag, and we can speak about red flags as well, and one of the biggest one is when you go into a Telegram and you want to ask questions, just legit questions. Now, you got to be careful of the things you say. I understand that, because people are very overprotective of their project, right? Like, they don't want you coming in and saying, like, oh, well, this one did this and this one did that. That's usually frowned on. But if you have a legitimate question about a project, and it should be answered, and if it's not, me personally, and like I said, some of these things that we're going to say on these spaces, between me, Scott, Dr. Crypto, and all of us, these are our beliefs, and this is what we think, right? For me, a total red flag is if I go into a Telegram group and ask a legit question, and I'm like basically crapped on for asking a legit question, or better yet, which has happened to me numerous times, not just once, right? Going into a Telegram and asking a legit question and immediately getting booted out, right? I mean, just like you're just sitting there looking at the screen, waiting for somebody to answer your question, and then all of a sudden, boom, the screen goes blank because they just thrown you out of the Telegram for asking a legit question, right? So, all right, so who do we got? We got, oh, Daniel came up. We got Pulse Chain that came up. Pulse
Yeah,
Chain
we got
Bro.
Paul Chain and then we got Daniel. But DBS, the way we do it now, we just move on to Discord and leave you by yourself on
Yeah,
Telegram.
see how you did me with that? Man, I'll tell you what, it's not that I didn't want to go into Discord, bro. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not extremely techie. That's why I got my guys like Wadi and them. They're better into tech than what I am, what I am for sure. You know what I mean? And I'll be honest with you, Doc. I couldn't get the Discord to work for the life of me, bro. There's so many buttons and so many
Yeah,
folders and
it's
so many
very confusing.
files and
Yeah.
so many this and so many that. I'm like, man, what in the world is going on? It's
I
like, I
just want
mean,
to make money.
it's
I just want to make money in
that's what
crypto.
I'm
I don't need
saying,
all this.
right? Exactly. I got to go down and write and DM Doc and ask him for his PhD in order to understand that place, man. Like, see, it's just crazy. So back to Pulse Chain. Did you have anything for us, bro?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Doing good,
Good,
bro. How
great,
about
brother.
yourself?
How you doing?
Awesome. I'm doing pretty good myself. So, I have something kind of different, and it hasn't ever been done in crypto, and I'm very, very excited about it. It's not a project like a coin. It's not an NFT. It's Bitcoin vitamins. Um, it's a vitamin C with zinc chewable tablet, and it's in the shape of a Bitcoin. And I'm going to give out Bitcoin as like a prize in some of the bottles. Um, I liked what you talked about. What your name is, the Lion's Den, Maine. How you were talking about how people who don't invest in crypto are like scared to invest in Bitcoin because they don't know what's going to happen with all the volatility. You know how it's how it goes up and down all the time and stuff. They could buy a bottle of my Bitcoin vitamins and they could win some Bitcoin, and then they can watch the Bitcoin go up, and then hey, maybe they might invest. It's kind of a way to bring people into crypto without them having to really worry about spending all of their money. And the cool thing is vitamins can go anywhere. So they can go into gas stations, they can go into clothing stores, they can go anywhere. I bought about 9 months ago, I bought the trademark for it, for the name and the appearance of the tablet, so nobody can copy me. So what but the thing is like I don't have a team, right? So my family owns a nutraceutical manufacturing plant where we have been in business for 37 years. We make vitamins and supplements, OTC drugs, and we do some pharmaceutical drugs too. I've been in the business now for about 27 years. Um, our company is pretty big. It's all FDA approved. You know, the whole thing. So this product is legit. It's a real product. In fact, I put a picture of the label that I have in the messages. um, I don't know if I might change it up a little bit or whatever. I I'm kind of looking for something that kind of pops out more, but that's what I got so far. My first batch of 5,000 bottles is in production this week. I've already blended it, and then we're going to compress it um, on Friday into the tablets, and that'll be my pilot batch. So that'll give me a bunch of samples and stuff. Um, but I don't have a team, you know what I mean? So it's just me. I was thinking about doing like an NFT to where I could just do revenue share of the sales. Um, but I just kind of wanted to come here and like, just what do you guys think? Do you guys think this is a dumb idea?
Actually, no, I'll be honest with you. And I appreciate you coming up, Paul Shane, for sure. Definitely. And the reason why I say that that's a genius idea, I'm actually co-owner of a huge supplement brand that we do business on strictly on Amazon
Oh,
US.
nice.
It might be funny because maybe one of my I don't want to say names or anything just for for
You can
safety.
DM me.
Um, yeah. And I just, I don't really want to say too much, but maybe your company is maybe one of my suppliers, bro. Like, to
That'd
be
be
honest
funny.
with you, since you guys have been, because it sounds awfully familiar when you're giving that spiel about how many years that your company has been in business, family owned
We're
business.
based in
So
Utah.
oh, bro, really?
Yeah.
Okay, all
Saint
right. I
Saint
know
Saint
exactly who
George,
you are,
Utah.
dude. Yeah, I know exactly who you are. That is amazing how the world really is as
Small
small as
world,
it is,
huh? So you're
man.
talking about
But
Deseret Laboratories? Hell
yes,
yeah.
yes. Hmm.
My dad's Scott Gubler.
So
He he owns the
I definitely
company.
know who you guys are. That's for sure. But as far as as far as I'm concerned, I actually think that's a very good idea. To be honest with you, anything at the end of the day, right, that can bring more, more adoption to
Yes.
crypto itself,
Yes.
and then thinking outside of the box. As well, kudos to you. It's just like I've read this story. I actually watched a little documentary on it a while back. Oh God, look at the time. We're already almost 10 till the hour. Well, real quick though, story was right. Bitcoin. They sponsored a poker tournament in Vegas years and years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as a giveaway, they had cards made up to where that they gave it basically one card equaled one
Oh
Bitcoin.
snap.
And the guy that was doing the documentary, it'll just it still makes me sick to my stomach every time I think about it. Well, the end of the story is basically after the poker tournament was over, right? They were doing the cleanup, and guess
Oh
what?
no.
The guy picked up hundreds, if
Oh
not
dude.
thousands, of these cards that equaled
Oh
one
man.
Bitcoin, bro.
Oh
Back
gosh.
then. So yeah, I mean, just think about as how much it is worth now, like back
Right.
then. by them being a sponsor. But that's definitely crazy. And look, man, yeah, for sure. We'd definitely like to have you on another space if you want to
Oh,
come in
dude,
and hang out
I do.
and hit me up on the DM here, bro. I'll follow you. I'll follow you back right now. So feel free to send me a
Awesome.
message over,
What
and we'll get.
what
Go
what I
ahead.
wanted to kind of say is you know how Mary Kay did their thing where people like would sell a product and they would get paid for it, blah blah blah, and they, a lot of people made a lot of money. Um, I was kind of thinking of doing something like that with this product, which, you know what I mean? So like if people want to help sell it, I am so down to like be generous and pay because I want this to be the official crypto supplement. I want,
Posting, I got you, bro. Let me hit you with a good idea real quick,
all
right?
right,
Like I know this is a general shill. Hit up DBS or hit up myself. Let's see if you can do that. Let's put together a space just for you
hell yeah,
where it's not a general space, and
hell
then
yeah.
talk to us. And then what I want to do, if you can afford it, if you did $100 giveaway on that
Oh yeah,
space, you're gonna
yeah, for
give
sure.
somebody $100, so that way $100 of ETH or USDC or whatever, and we want to do a space specific for you. And in that space, we can also put out a poll and ask people some of these things like, would you buy a supplement that came with Bitcoin? Would you work for a company and sell that if you were getting X cut? Like, ask certain questions and
Yep.
get the people in there to vote. And then you probably will use one of, if you do two polls, maybe you'll pick from the people who replied to the poll and do two $50 giveaway or $200 giveaways.
Yeah.
So, but that would be more focused. It would just be your space. Come up with all the ideas how you would do it, and like you say, maybe you'd create an NFT. Get feedback from the people that would actually be your potential
Okay.
customers or distributors to see what works. What you think about that?
Yeah, let's do it, man. I'm down.
All right, cool.
Yes.
So, since DBS already communicate with you, so y'all will talk about that behind the scene, and then we would open a space just for you, straight AMA, and you come. It's about an hour. You come up with
Yep.
everything, and everybody can come up, ask you questions. Because as you're talking, I was getting some DMs from folks saying, what?" And then you start. I'm like, man, this sounds like a legal drug deal right here. So, so
No, it's
so yeah, I
it,
want to. I'd like to develop into that more. So I like the idea of maybe a space just with you to develop that.
yes.
So DBS, man, work on that. Let's see. My
Will
main on the main channel, his name is
will
DBS.
you
So he'll
guys
talking soon.
will
So
you guys follow me so I
go ahead.
can DM you? I don't.
Yeah, bro. Absolutely. I've already sent you a follow back, and then
Gotcha.
I'll follow you from my
Uh,
personal as well,
all right,
and we
cool,
could chat about that
cool.
and things. I appreciate you coming up, bro, and hope to work with you maybe in the
Oh,
future.
let's do it.
We've got like about 5 minutes left. We don't want to keep everybody for too long. If the space does run 5-10 minutes over, that's not a problem at all. But I want to see what my man's got to say
My
before we
man
shut him down
Daniel,
today. Yeah,
man,
Daniel.
Daniel up in here while he's
Daniel came in.
working,
What's
he make
going on,
time for
brother?
us. What's up, brother?
Nothing, man. In between meetings right now, getting ready to jump into another one at one. So, had to go check my people out, see what's going on. What's up, everybody, man? I
All
love,
love, Daniel. All love. What's up, brother?
man, living that dream. Love the
Good,
topic.
bro.
Love the topic today, man. Yeah, I've been kicking back, just listening and working at the same time. But I got to tell you, man, preparing for this bull run. Let's talk about it. I got to take, and I've been telling everybody my take on this for a minute, so it shouldn't surprise a lot of people. Um, One of the things that we got to do to prepare for this next bull run is everybody needs to know what their risk tolerance is, right? Everybody's got to understand whether or not they are a risky investor, a semi-risky investor, or a hands-off type of investor, right? And you got to build your crypto portfolio based on what type of investor you are, right? Me and Doc, two different types of investors. Doc goes to the casino, throws it all in, rolls the dice, and puts it all on black, right? Where I like to spread mine out a little bit. No way's better than the other, but I mean, you got to know where you're at. But I also encourage everybody too to have a little bit of risk in your portfolio, right? So don't, we talk a lot about blue chips. The majority of my money's wrapped up in blue chips, but I also have a portion of my portfolio wrapped up in lower market cap tokens because that's where the biggest potential of gain is. But how much of your portfolio do you want wrapped up in there? That's your risk tolerance. That's your risk tolerance. That's what I'm talking about right there. Is, sometimes it's, for somebody it's 50-50. For somebody like me, it may be 90-10, right? But always have a bit of risk in your portfolio, especially going into the bull. And right now is the time that you need to be loading up your bags. If you're chasing crypto when Bitcoin's sitting at 64, 60, 64, 67,000, you got to understand too that you're probably going to get dunked on from the people that have been sitting here grinding this thing out through this long hard bear market that has just been accumulating and accumulating some more. Um so you got to understand that as well, and you got to be willing to take that risk as well. So I mean, Doc mentioned Crow. We're buying Crow 5 cents, right? So if you come in and buy Crow at 12 cents, don't get mad when the people that were buying it at five are dunking on you at 50 cents, and you're trying to get to $1, right? Like that, you got to expect that. You got to know that. You got to be willing to accept that. So the people that are here right now, look, guys, we're setting ourselves up to be millionaires in this next bull run, in my opinion. This it's going to happen. As long as you're accumulating now, there's no price. Right now, if you really pull back the charts and you look at a year-to-date chart, you're almost buying not too far off of the lows, for some of these blue chip projects. You're buying almost, not too far off the yearly lows. Yeah, we're in a mini pump right now, but you guys got to, we're coming out of a dump. We were buying in a dump. So, this mini pump looks great to us. Could be a 2x, could be a 3x for some of us, where some of these other people are just getting in because we're buying in a dumpster. So we're coming out of the dumpster and getting ready to go to the trash. Pretty soon we'll be walking down the street, but we were buying in a dumpster. So big ups to everybody who was here the whole time buying in a dumpster, because guess what? There's better there's better days ahead for everybody. And when them bags start to roll, it's going to be that slot, like that slot machine in Vegas, where you just hit that baby and them ringers start to go off and they start dinging and you start smiling. And, life is going to be good for you. And Joe, I always tell people too, remember, if you have life changing money in your wallet, go change your life. Go change your life. You know what I mean? Don't be left. Don't be left holding the bag with anybody. Go change your life. If you got life changing money, change your life.
That's definitely a good point, bro. And the other thing to add to that, you've got so many people that's holding the floor. They're so down, they couldn't sell even if they wanted to. So you have more security buying these lows because folks are like at 100x negative that can't afford to get out, or a 10x negative that can't afford to get out. So they're holding the floor for you at a higher level that when they break even, you're already dancing on some serious profits. That's another thing people don't understand when we say accumulate now, because you're at the bottom. So that's a great point, Daniel.
Yeah, yeah, I totally agree with that too. And like always, Daniel just comes in and he keeps it 100 with everybody in the building. And like I said, like these guys, they're just there's a couple of people, when they get onto a space that I listen to, and Daniel is definitely by far one of them. And he's always a great guy too, because he's always so busy, but yet you can send him a DM or something like that if you have, and he has nothing, nothing vested in that, right? But he still, will answer your questions because he's just a helpful guy. And as we mentioned before, Wadi, Temsky, Daniel, these guys all own YouTube channels, so feel free to give them follow here on X, and then deep dive into more information that they provide on different projects and things like that. So we're at the top of the hour now. What we're going to do is we're just going to do some wrapping up right now, and I just want to go in and say that as far as the main platform is concerned, if there is any projects in the space right now that would like a dedicated space with us here on the main platform, feel free to message either myself here on main or Dr. Crypto, and we'll get you lined up for sure. Dr. Crypto, did you have any closing statements before we shut it down for today?
Yeah, and I guess you'll tell them after I speak how the winner be picked and contacted whoever wins the giveaway, right?
Yeah, absolutely, sir. Yeah, so basically, after this is what's going to do for those that entered the pin here in the Nest giveaway. Keep an eye on either your PayPal or your Venmo or your Cash App for the notification to come out with the $100 giveaway, because we'll be doing that shortly right here after the space. I do want to say too, as far as the main token is concerned, we do have 4 spaces as of right now, 4 weekly spaces. We have them on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We have one coming up tomorrow. These are different times. Me and Doc will usually be doing ours on Wednesdays. I'm sorry, on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The reason for this is because, I mean, many of you guys may know that Scott's based in the UK. So we're about a 5 hour difference. So for him right now, it's about 6 o'clock, around about dinner time for him over there. So we do the spaces between me and Scott. We usually do those a little earlier. So I want to say those are around about 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, like I said, all are welcome. All are welcome back to the TG. To come in, and like I said, we don't frown upon if you have a project that you're excited about and you want to come share with our community. We open arm welcome that with no questions or anything like that. We do ask, like all we ask from everybody is just to be respectful of other members, and don't flood obviously, but just go in and just like, hey, have you guys heard about this? Or hey, what's your thoughts on this? Hey, I just saw this coming out, launching tomorrow. Have you guys looked into this? That is totally 100% welcome there in the main Telegram. So with that being said, like I said, so we covered the giveaway. That will be coming up here in probably the next 10 to 15 minutes. We'll be sending that out, as well as we appreciate each and every one of you guys showing up. Doc, did you have anything else before we shut it down?
Yeah, definitely. Just want to remind you guys, we're gonna do this every Tuesday and Thursdays at 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock. Reach out to any project you're part of so they could come in and do a shill. I like the how to prepare for the bull. We didn't really get deep into it, so instead of a new topic, maybe we'll just extend on that again on Thursday because we got more than enough time to bring up different topics. And any project that he sees our space um um announcements on X, feel free to come up here. Anybody can come to the mic and talk about the topic, even if you're not a project. And projects, feel free to come up. So if you're part of a project, you want them to get this free shell, have them jump under here. If you want them to get the exposure and put in for full AMA separate, that we won't do on Tuesday, Thursday. We'll probably do a different day or a different time aside from the shill space. So have them reach out also. But yeah, I love this one, DBS. This was awesome, man. I like it, and yeah, we're definitely going to continue doing this.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Great conversation. It's amazing how when we get in here together and we chop it up like we do, how quickly an hour goes by, bro. Like it's like you blink an eye and it's already 30 after. And then you blink another eye and it's almost time to go. But like I said, we don't want to hold everybody for long periods of time. And yeah, we did get off topic a little bit here and there, but yeah, we could always discuss this. And of course too, if you guys have any topics that you would find maybe interesting, feel free to DM, me or Dr. Crypto or whoever, and we could always, bring that up as a topic too, something that you may be interested in. So with that, guys, like I said, always, you could be anywhere in the world today, but you decide to come out here and hang out with us, and we appreciate each and every one of you. And we'll catch you on the next one. And I hope you guys have a great day or a great night. See you soon. Bye bye.